Welcome everyone to Love and the Planets for the week of October 8th, and I am Margaret Gray in Dublin, Ireland.
And I'm Armand Diaz back in Long Island.
So you're back from your travels, Armand, and I hear they went really well, and lots of people are going to come and join us, of course, for our online one-year certificate course starting in January. So do get in touch if you'd like to reserve a space.
Yes,
now,
it's going to be a great course. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yes, I'm excited. We've got such amazing speakers. So do go to our website. Lots of information there. But this coming week, Armand, we've got kind of an interesting week. And of course, when we say interesting in Ireland, it's usually a little bit of an understatement for maybe challenging, Plutonian challenging. What are your initial thoughts?
I'm an optimistic person as much as anyone else, but this is like trying to write a happy ending to the fairy tale when all you've got is the big bad wolf, the wicked stepsisters, and the evil witches. I mean, we don't really have a lot to work with this week. I mean, we start out with a new moon in Libra. That should be good for relationships, right, Margaret?
It should, technically, if it weren't square Pluto and quincunx Neptune, not to mention the trine to Mars. So in simple terms, really, we're saying that here's a new moon, which is about new starts in relationships, about fairness, about balance, about justice, all those really good things, qualities we want in relationships. However, the square to Pluto makes it it's like it pulls all of these issues into the underworld, into our unconscious. So once more, we've got another week where we're really pulled more into what's going on underneath the surface. So that rather than just look at relationships on, a fun surface, new start level, we're also pulled into the past. We're also pulled at what's really going underneath. What is the real agenda? And the quincunx to Neptune can add some confusion. So we can feel that something isn't quite what it is, but we may not be able to fully see it because of the Neptune there. I mean, that's my take on it for relationships. What's your take, Armand?
Yeah, my take is the same as yours. This possibility of some power struggles. It better be serious. It better be deep. You better be honest. But on the other hand, the Neptune makes it a little bit difficult to be clear. But hey, look, things get better as the week goes along. We have Scorpio moon, that's got to help. And we have retrograde Venus square to Mars.
And we've got Mercury into Scorpio, not forgetting, for 3 weeks after it makes the quincunx to Chiron. So communication is really, how to handle communication is key this week. And really, we were joking, of course, before we even started recording, that maybe it's not a good week to communicate with anyone. Certainly not a good week to communicate anything of any importance to anyone, or anyone that we're kind of not seeing eye to eye with or having some difficulties with. Really, it's a week to just maybe spend a lot of time meditating and taking lots of deep breaths and lots of nice walks in nature. That would be my suggestion.
There we go again. Take a walk on the beach.
Or in the forest.
I think what we have here is a potential for communication that is emotionally tinged in a way that you're not really 100% sure what you're communicating or what the other person is communicating. And then there's reaction that comes out of that. So I think it's kind of a difficult energy, all in all. I mean, the Venus square Mars, the retrograde Venus square Mars. Well, I mean, that could ignite a little bit of passion, but it could also derail some.
It could, and it could ignite passion as long as we don't communicate with the person, because Mercury is opposing Uranus. So as long as we just don't say a word, maybe...
Let's go to bed and don't say anything.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Really, it's one of those kind of weeks. Really just zip it up. I mean, do not. And the urge is going to be strong to say things, and also the urge to be right, to be the one in control, to have the final answer. No, 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 just forget about it. Really, it's just not worth it because the consequences could be quite harsh. I mean, particularly towards the end of the week when the sun squares Pluto. I mean, goodness, it's this is just such a major Plutonian week. And when we talk about Plutonian energies, we're talking about energies that take us into parts of us that are a shadow, those bits of us that we try to cover up during the day to be nice about, and that all the Libra planets cover up, but actually they're there in all of us. And this week is a prime week for them all to come flying up.
Especially, you said, like, it'd be great, the Mars Venus square on Wednesday. It's accompanied by a Mercury Uranus opposition, and you want to keep quiet. That's not a good that's not a good aspect for keeping quiet.
I totally agree. I think there's all of this going on. I mean, I would really say this is a week to really use all our skills, our self-soothing skills, our grounding skills, our meditation, breathing skills, to really know that, this too will pass, and to really keep ourselves very, very kind of internal, maybe do a lot of reading of kind of things that de-stress us, that calm us down, to be aware that the people around us may be very distressed, and so they may come out with things they don't fully mean, and to really kind of keep our counsel would be what I would suggest. That this is quite a challenging week. So if you're in a relationship with somebody where things are not going so well, just really go easy on each other and on yourselves, I would say.
Yeah, all right, that's the best we have to offer. Maybe things are a little bit better on the weekend, Saturday night or something like that.
I don't know. I can't even, I didn't really fully check that out. By that stage, I kind of thought, oh my goodness, I think we'll need the weekend to kind of recuperate a little.
Yeah, very, very likely, very likely. There we go.
So see you next week, Armand, and we'll have much better news next week, I hope.
I hope so too.
Take care. Bye-bye.